Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news. And welcome back to another edition of Issues in Education. Mondays during the Noon Report, we spotlight the issues that matter most to our public schooling families with the good doctor, Ralph Kerr at the Teaching and Learning Institute in Houghton, New York. Ralph, happy April, sir. We made it to another month. Thanks for joining us today.
You're very welcome. Yeah, I hope it'll be a good month for everybody.
Yeah, April showers bring Ralph's flowers, and won't be long. Let's jump right in here. Lots to discuss. I want to begin in Westchester, Pennsylvania, right outside Philadelphia. 5 school board members there have been let go, removed from office by a federal judge because all of them voted at the beginning of the school year to make masks mandatory in school. And these dismissals were the result of a parent-led petition. How unusual is that, Ralph?
That is really unusual, but school board members are required to uphold the law. And obviously, having a mask mandate at this point would be contrary to the existing law. And I applaud the parents that were concerned enough about it to get involved and bring about this result. It's a good thing.
Shaking things up there in Westchester. When we talk about school boards, Ralph, are most boards yes men and yes women? Are they encouraged to, as they say, go along to get along, or is dissent a welcome virtue for a school board member?
Well, it looks like people are yes men and yes women when you attend a school board meeting, because most votes are unanimous. But what people really miss is prior to the meeting, there's a whole lot of information that's passed from the superintendent to the board members, so that if there are issues, very often those are taken care of prior to the meeting. But, a dissenting vote is not unreasonable. I think is a good thing to happen once in a while.
Yeah.
But obviously it's not a good thing for board members to just be negative and be voting no all the time. That's
Sure.
not helpful.
A real big story out of Pennsylvania since we last spoke, Ralph. The House Education Committee approving the Fairness in Women's Sports Act. A big win for women in Pennsylvania, but the governor says he won't sign it. Are you surprised that more feminists, we all remember Title IX when, Billie Jean King and all those feminists were, hey, let's go women's sports. Where are they on this issue?
Well, I'm not just surprised. I'm shocked. And I'm also really disappointed because in addition to the Title IX, after that, there was the Equal Rights Amendment movement where women really came to the forefront and were rightfully asking for equality and fairness. And this business now, the NCAA rulings particularly, are tragic. I'm just shocked that feminist organizations are not all over that to want to bring about fairness again in women's sports.
Yeah. We spoke last week as well on the Parental Rights in Education Act in Florida. Critics are calling that the Don't Say Gay law. Woke corporations like Disney are fighting this vigorously in Florida right now, Ralph. Why are so many so misinformed about what this law actually does?
Well, that's a really good question, because I think part of it is Disney has so many public relations outlets, and just the name Disney makes it newsworthy. The misconception is just unbelievable. Gay is not even in the bill. It's not even mentioned. And Disney is promoting the fact that the law is trying to erase people who are LGBT, including the Disney employees, which is just false.
Yeah.
There's really a misconception about this whole question. There was a recent study by Gallup that asked, how many people do you think are really part of the LGBT community? And the estimate was 25%. Gallup found that the actual percentage is 7.1%. And I think when you look at it in terms of the percentage of Christians in the United States is 65 to 75%. It makes you wonder if Christians were as involved in education and other things, as people who are promoting the gay agenda are, we should be seeing a lot more salt and light in life. And
Wow.
I'm really sad that that's not happening.
And that's a perfect segue to your website. It's why you exist, the Teaching and Learning Institute, to get people of faith to serve on their local school board. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. You have some wonderful videos on your website, Ralph, where folks can go if they want to learn more. What is that, if you would?
Thank you, Bob. And now is the time to do it. And it's simply, our website is whyrun.org.